guys, my name is Akin. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about PMP exams. I'm going to talk to you about how many questions you have to attend to during your exams, what type of questions are they. I'm going to talk to you about the duration of the exam. I'm going to talk to you about the breaks you're entitled to take during your PMP exam. And finally, I'm going to talk to you about the report or the result of your exam. So obviously in your PMP exam, the first thing I'm going to talk about is how many questions do you have to attempt to. So the total question you're going to attempt to in your PMP is 180 questions. This 180 question consists of different type of questions, multiple choice question, drag and drop, fill the blanks, and so on. So you could have, for example, in your multiple choice question, there would be some type of multiple choice question that's only one answer is right. There would be another type of multiple choice where two or three answers are right. This is going to be detailed in your questions. For example, choose the three correct answers. Then you would know this question is asking you for three answers. It could say choose two correct answers, then you have to choose two. And if it says choose one correct answer, then that's question is only asking you to choose one. Only one answer is correct in that case. Even if you see anything similar, it will be only one correct answer in that case. So there will be question like drag and drop, where you have to literally drag from left to right side. You drag them. And there will be other type of question where you have to fill in the blank. Such questions, there are not so many, but the majority of questions you'll be facing will be the multiple choice questions. Now let's talk about the duration of the exam. The duration of the exam is going to be 230 minutes. That's about 3 hours, 50 minutes. They're about nearly 4 hours, 230 minutes. The question is this enough time for me to pass my PMP exam? The answer is yes, this is enough time to pass your PMP exam. Obviously, I have heard from a lot of people who says they've passed the exam within the first, 3 hours. Some people within the 3.5 hours. So obviously, something about the PMP exam is you have to have a good, time management skills. That's the significance of actually doing your simulation. So that's gonna be it's gonna demonstrate the real life situation in the actual exam. So you have to be to manage your time effectively and efficiently. You don't want to spend too much time with one question. You just have to be moving on. If you're very sure, if you don't know the question, you just have to answer one now and just move on. You can note that question. If you finish and you still have some plenty of time, you can come back to revisit that question and choose your last choice before you submit the, your answer. So concerning the break, you have two 10-minute breaks, during your PMP exam, and I want to encourage that you should take this break. I've seen people who didn't take this break, but you don't want to put yourself in such a situation because PMP exam it's a very challenging and very difficult exam, and literally what these breaks do for you is help you, to refresh your brain, to refresh your mind. It helps you to rejuvenate. During that break, you can use the bathroom, you can walk a little bit around, and take a bit of fresh air around you there, and that's gonna go a long way in the exam. How do you take this break? This break usually occurs after every 60 questions. So that means the exam is gonna be in three parts. The first 60 questions you have 10-minute break. The second 60 questions you have another 10-minute break. And when you come back after that, then you just finish with the last 60 questions. So when you do your first 60 questions, the system is gonna ask you if you want to take a break or not. So in this case, you're gonna say yes. And once you say yes, if you're taking the exam from home, the system will automatically, pause the time of your exam. It's not gonna that 10-minute break, 20 minutes, it's not gonna be deducted from your actual exam time. That's a separate time. But if you're taking this exam from a time from say from the exam center, it's gonna you literally have to raise your hands up, and the personnel in the center is gonna see your hands up, and they're gonna come to lock the system for you before you can go out. You just can't go out by your own self. You literally have to wait for them to come to you, then they walk you out. So that's how it works, with regards to taking a break in exam central. I recommend you come back just before 9 minutes, say around 8 minutes. That's recommended, by the centers as well, just in case there's any issue, logging in back and so on. If you overshoot the 10-minute break, it starts taking from your actual time, and that's gonna affect, it's gonna impact your time. So you should come back maybe around 8 minutes into that. Once you finish your exam, you're gonna see, the result, like if you pass or you fail the exam. I want you to believe that everyone watching this video, you pass your exam in your first attempt. If you pass the exam, you're gonna say passed. You're not gonna see any kind of numerical, translation or breakdown of your result. It's just going to say pass. So you're not going to see anything like you've got 60%, 80%, 75%, because the PMI did not, disclosed how it marks its exams. It did not disclose what type of, percentage or what type of scores you've got to pass your exam. You're just going to see pass or fail. You're going to see congratulatory message from PMI also right there on your screen, congratulating you on the milestone. So if you've taken the exam in the Pearson, VUE Center, the staff members are going to print out the result report for you to see, what's your performance across the three domains. And if you've taken the exam from home, obviously the results will be available. It will be available to download from your PMI account in your dashboard, but you're not going to see that until 24 hours. However, you would know already that you passed or you failed immediately after once you finish attend the last question and submit your answer. So another thing I'm going to tell you about is immediately you pass the exam, you're already PMP certified, and you can continue to use your PMP, certificate in your CV and so on. You don't have to wait until you receive the actual certificate. The moment you pass, you're already PMP certified, and that could be mentioned, in to your manager, to your boss, or to your potential employer immediately. Now with the report, your result report, this is what it's gonna look like. So basically, you can see here your score performance here. It's gonna say pass, and then obviously you're gonna see again your performance across all the domain. You can see below here, we've got here the translation of the result. It needs improvement. Needs improvement says that you're far below, the target, and therefore you fail the exam. The below target means you did well, but you're slightly below the target, right? You can still pass your exam by having below target in one of the domain, but I don't know which of the domain it has to be. However, if you have a below target, you should have above target and target, or two above target in another domain. It kind of vary. I don't really know how PMI does this. So the next one there is the target. So that means you actually you met your performance met the minimum target requirement to pass PMP exam, while the above target means that your performance exceeded the minimum requirement to pass PMP exam. This is all you're gonna see there. Then you're not gonna see like 75%, 80%, and so on. You probably will have hear people saying, "Oh, I got 80 in my across my three domain." 80 means above target, and someone says I got T, person says it means target, and so on. So also see your performance across the three domain. In this case, this person has got above target here in people domain, and he got below target in process, and it also got above target in business environment, and therefore the person still passed the exam. But if that person has got needs improvement here, obviously it's gonna fail even if you got above target in the other two. So that's pretty much how the PMP exam is. So if you've recently taken your PMP exam and you've gotten your results, I want you to please share your experience, so that people can learn from you by commenting in this session. And then if my video has been helpful for you, I want you to please click the like button, and you can as well subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can see my other videos. Thank you, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Ciao.